He went down early in the postseason with a torn quad and is questionable. Boogie still hoping to get on the floor to help bring home a title for Golden State. Cousins says, quote, "I'm not a quitter. It's going to take a lot for me to fail. It's going to take an Army and a Navy. I'm just going to go down fighting. I've been working my tail off to get to this point, but I am healthy enough." CC, how should the Warriors use Cousins if he's ready to go?
Well, this is the first thing. As an athlete, I respected Boogie. Boogie's never been to this level. Boogie came there to try to repair his image, fit in, took that small salary that they had available, thought he was playing, he said he's playing chess and the rest of the world was playing checkers, right? This was his chess move. Well, Boogie Cousins is not a role player. And I could just imagine the pressure that he has put on himself and the training staffs that he could get back to this level. So, yes, I respect that. But I'm watching this tape. He ain't ready to play in no NBA Finals, not with the intensity that I've seen the last 2 weeks. Man, shooting around with the backup role players and the guys that do the work behind the scenes. Oh, no, he's not ready for no championship basketball. And he's never been a role player. So I got to have a come-to-Jesus meeting with him first. Hey, bruh, are you willing to play 8 to 10 minutes? I'm talking about I need your hair on fire, setting picks, getting rebounds. If you're not even going to get a shot, are you willing to do that? And if he's saying, yes, I'm willing to try to experience this championship atmosphere, I'm willing to sacrifice, then I would put him in the game. But I don't believe he's got the shape. I don't believe he's the mental wherewithal to be able to be in these situations because Boogie is an offensive player. You put him in an offensive set, man, you put him in a pick and roll, he is going to pop and he is going to shoot that basketball. So I just don't know if they can carve out a role. I'm always about having more bodies, but typically when you get a bogut, you get someone else to come off the bench, you tell them you got an assignment, and they are not going to deviate from that assignment. I don't know if Boogie Cousins is that guy.
And this is where, through no one's fault, it hurts them that when he came back, they treated him like the old Boogie Cousins. They didn't say, you're going to come back.
Treat him like an all-star.
Right. You're going to, listen, when you come back from the popped Achilles, you're going to start off coming off the bench, play 8 to 10 minutes. Then we're going to, no. He played 31 games for the Warriors if we take out the game where he got hurt a couple minutes in. He played at least 20 minutes in 27 of those games. 2 of the 4 that he didn't, they won by 40-plus points. Nobody played big minutes. In 26 of his 31 games, he took at least 10 shots. He's going to be out there. He's going to be shooting. Yes. Since his rookie season, Boogie Cousins played in 486 games. He has started 483 of them. He has no experience coming off the bench. He has no experience not shooting when he's open, not having the offense run through him. Even in Golden State, they were running sets through him. Yeah. You don't get 10-plus shots. He was averaging like 11.5 shots a game in, relatively speaking, limited minutes. For a guy who is dealing emotionally with multiple injuries, and now a guy who had never played in the playoffs and then played a game and a quarter of the playoffs before getting hurt. Hey, NBA Finals, and you're a pending free agent, and we're going for a three-peat, and we're going to ask you to play a role you've never played in your basketball life. Man, that is a big roll of the dice. I understand why people would say in the abstract, can he be better for 8 minutes than Andrew Bogut? Well, sure, theoretically, on 2K he would be. You'd slot him in. But as an actual human being, it's a little bit tougher.
Is there an opportunity to experiment with this, though? Is there an opportunity when he's healthy to come back to say, okay, we're going to put you in the start of the second quarter, start of the fourth quarter, maybe run some things through you, 3-4 minute stretch. You can be on the floor with Clay, create some offense, see what happens? Or do you think this is a scenario at a stage that this is not the time that you want to mess up the chemistry that Golden State has now created?
Well, this is what I worry about. Are you taking Toronto serious in the NBA Finals experimenting? Because we know Kevon Looney, we know exactly what he is going to do. Because in those assignments, because I'm giving Bogut the same assignment, I'm giving Boogie Cousins. Who do I think can play out that to the T? Who's going to stay on task? And I think the other guys are more apt to do it. I would love to be able to sit here and say Boogie. I would love to have Boogie get some experience. This is a big summer for Boogie. Like, he's had a couple bad breaks. Like, I'm pulling for him. But I can't be experimenting. I'm trying to win. I'm trying to three-peat.
And Boogie is, I don't think he's all of a sudden a guy who is just going to be emotionally zen. Right. And what have we seen from the Warriors since KD went down? You're playing 11 guys by the 8-minute mark of the second quarter. You're playing, everyone's getting run.
Yep.
And Boogie is going, so Boogie, is he going to be okay with being the 9th guy? Being the guy that does get in, but it's for 2.5 minutes? Because Jordan Bell's happy with that role. Damian Lee got a start. He's like, you got to be kidding me. I get to play. He said, did the opening tip, played 2 minutes, never went back in. He was still thrilled to play. That's a different role for this guy.
And another thing is, too, yesterday they announced the 12 referees that are going to be officiating the finals. And the first 2 rounds of the finals, man, we had the referees and players going at it like we had the last couple years, cats and dogs. In the finals, Eastern and Western, no problems. Not a bunch of technicals and everything.
Only one technical, the whole thing.
All that has worked itself out. Boogie Cousins can bring the referees back into this, and I don't want him to ignite Draymond. Because what we've seen from Draymond, man, the strides he made, talking about, oh, man, my kids are watching. Like, I can't be out of people like that. Everyone, like, I got to keep my team in the game. Boogie Cousins could ignite that fire now. And that's not something I'm sure that Golden State wants to see.
Not at all. Interesting to see. All right, coming up, will the dysfunction around the Lakers keep them from landing a marquee free agent? That's next on First Things First.